Ana Kasparian from the Young Turks has officially left the left, and a lot of the libs are freaking pissed. Let's see what Destiny, who, if you guys don't know who that is, he is a literal cuck liberal streamer, very progressive, left-wing, whatever. He reacts to her right-wing Substack article, and it gets crazy. By the way, make sure you like today's video, subscribe to this channel, and we'll get into it.
Ana Kasparian has left the left. My God, that literally no one could have seen coming. Holy f***. You're right. I've changed. After Trump came onto the political scene, and especially after he was elected in 2016, the us versus them mentality immediately took shape. Anyone who refused to resist Trump was seen as a threat to the country, and I was fully on board with that mindset. It all felt righteous at first, but eventually, the tactics deployed to fight Trump became repetitive, boring, and ultimately fruitless. Polling shows that he has increased his support among Black and Latino voters, despite wall-to-wall coverage of his unsavory, racist, or bigoted remarks. Donald Trump has doubled his support among Black voters. What is doubling? From what to what? From 12 points to 21 points. From one poll to the next poll. A morning consult survey of 11,501 registered voters. Wait, why are we comparing what Trump's polling was in 2020 to 2024? What about like from 2016 to 2020? In 2020, after Trump was president for 4 years, he had, among Black moderates, his support was 8 points. In 2024, it's 19 points, but are we only talking about moderates? Specifically, the poll found that Trump's support among Black moderates and Black conservatives has increased significantly, doubling among moderates. Well, hold on. Who would identify as a moderate? Wait. Oh, this methodology is so questionable. Wait, do you understand the issue here? Like, imagine you have like imagine you have 100 voters who are undecided, and let's say that they call themselves moderate, and then let's say that you have let's say an election happens, a cycle goes on, and then that 100 group, let's say that shrinks by 90%. Let's say 90 of those people are like, I'm not moderate anymore. This is insane. I'm going to go be part of this party now. So you have 10 moderates left. Let's say of those 10 moderates, let's say like 8 of them are like, oh, you know, this Trump guy seems kind of cool. If before you had 20 people that were cool with Trump out of 100, your support might be 20%. But if the moderates that you have left, you've only got 10 left, let's say a bunch left. Now let's say of those moderates, 8 support Trump. You went from 20 to 8, an absolute decrease in number, but as a percentage, you increased your percentages by 60-point increase, right? Now you have 80% support among moderates for Trump.
This is too much math for me, Destiny. I'm just a woman, okay?
I'm not saying that this kind of polling is bad, okay? Just to be clear, I'm not saying this is bad or the data is worthless. I'm just saying be aware of what you're polling on. I'm curious, what is the actual percentage support? Well, to be fair, actually, this one sounds like... I wonder what this means when it says supporting Trump. Hold on. Voting... What would we even look for? Polling Trump by race? Are you able to get chat on screen? Yeah, I could. Do I want chat on screen? Do I care that much?
Okay, let's fast forward, buddy.
Does it link the poll in the article? Morning console poll crosstabs are paywalled. It's this. Oh, well, that's kind of annoying. This pollster is ranked 107th by 538. Yeah, they might not be a high quality poll, but that is a significant increase in pointage. Fuck, whatever. Maybe we'll dig into polling data on this. Personally, because as I was walking my dog. That horrible experience alone didn't change me politically, but the treatment I received from the far left and some progressives after sharing the story did. I was told that by publicly sharing what had happened to me, I was stigmatizing my unhoused neighbors. Others accused me of feeding into racist tropes because they assumed that my attacker was Black, but I had never even disclosed the man's race. He was white. Not only did I suddenly see the flawed thinking of some of the left, I also witnessed their cruelty and hypocrisy in real time. These terrible traits that I had associated solely with my political opponents were obviously not exclusive to their tribe. I was stupid for ever thinking that was the case. That doesn't mean everyone on the left thinks or behaves in the way this small group of lunatics do. Far from it, but it does mean that there are factions and flaws on both sides of the aisle, and no one has a monopoly on truth. Then there was the insane reaction to one of my tweets in March of 2023. I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this shit. This is true. Man, this is just another unfortunate, it's just another thing. I don't know what to say. People do this. People get like mind rotted. Basically, you have a bad experience with a group of people and then you decide to become the exact opposite politically. I understand why people do it. It's just kind of sad, I guess. I don't know how you prevent a person like this from flipping because, yeah, it's dumb. Stupid. You kind of predicted this before? I mean, it's not a hard prediction to make. It happens.
Why is it stupid, Destiny? It makes sense.
If you harass the
like, great argument. That's stupid. End of discussion. Yeah, that's not really an argument, Destiny.
Out of somebody, eventually they're going to look elsewhere. All hell broke loose after I posted those words. Most friends in left-wing media didn't bother reaching out privately to discuss their disagreement with my personal preference. Instead, many self-described socialists took it upon themselves to profit from conflict by publicly attacking me with monetized videos. Okay, I mean, we do news and punditry. Everything we do is monetized. Come on.
Fair point from Destiny. That's what we do.
Skewering me about the tweet while conveniently erasing the advocacy I had done on behalf of the transgender community throughout my career. They even went as far as drawing a link between my tweet and trans suicides, which sadly wasn't the most unhinged outcome of the debacle. TYT's volunteer YouTube chat moderators quit over the tweet, and someone reported me to Human Resources. An on-air transgender contributor even resigned from the company after being urged by online mobs and leftist shows to do so. Curious that not one of those shows hired her after she took their advice. Ha! I never apologized for the tweet, and I never will. That whole experience...
Good for her. Stand by your crap.
...forced me to come to terms with the intolerance on the left, and it allowed me to publicly reject the ideological shackles that kept my world small and less informed. Today, I'm less certain and more naive, curious, than I was 4 years ago. I've made humiliating mistakes while covering political news because I was previously unwilling to consider or understand the perspective of Americans who vote differently from me. What to expect from the now unaligned? I'm hungry for dialogue, a space for in-depth analysis, and a judgment-free zone. That is what I plan to do here. Every week, I will provide subscribers with 2 to 3 written pieces that dig deeper into the big stories of the week, with the intention of finding truth rather than promoting a political side. Video posts sharing details on breaking news and political events. A weekly podcast beginning in November that will feature long-form discussions and debates with guests from all walks of life. Very nice. And engagement with me in the comments section for paid subscribers. Join me and be part of the dialogue. The point of this new project is the pursuit of intellectual freedom and open-mindedness. I want to
how evil of her.
Nurture curiosity of I don't know what my political identity or label is, and I'm not even sure I want to be pigeonholed. This is my effort in pursuing extreme honesty and humility in the quest for common ground and truth without the constraints of a tribal identity. God. So does this mean that her next batch of guests are going to be all basically IDW rejects? What's wrong with this? I just think that when people define themselves politically as the opposite of whoever bullied them last, I just think it's pathetic. I don't know why or how I was gifted with this, but I was able to figure out, like in 2016, no, not 2016, I'm sorry, when I was 16, that defining yourself as the antithesis of whatever you don't like is just as stupid as being captured or enslaved by whatever the thing is. I wish more people could understand that.
I kind of understand where he's coming from. It's like, I remember I had this friend in college, and she refused to do any trends that were happening, whether it be like hair, makeup, like clothes. She would always do the opposite because she doesn't want to be a follower, but at the same time, you're still a follower because you're not actually having your own opinion on it. You're doing whatever the opposite everyone else is doing, so you're still allowing that to make your decision. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy Ana's leaving the left? Do you agree with Destiny's criticisms? Let it all out. I'll see you next time.